Alright, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to do a whole Q&A for you guys, and it's not just military related Q&A, it's just Q&A on life, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to read the question to y'all, and I'm going to answer the question to y'all. But if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get started with the video. First question. What is your favorite way to spend the weekend? My favorite way to spend the weekend is by, honestly, it's just chilling, relaxing on the game, to be honest with you, or making YouTube videos. That's probably one of my favorite things to do when I'm free. You know what I'm saying? 2, what is your dream job? My dream job, personally, right now, is if I was a big, you know what I'm saying, YouTuber, Twitch streamer, all that, and I'm making money on a computer, doing things I love, entertaining you guys, because that way it doesn't really feel like a job. It's like more like me doing something fun that I like to do, and then I just happen to get paid for that, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably my dream job, being very popular on social media, becoming a top influencer. There we go. Okay, what was your dream job as a child? My dream job as a child was to be a WWE superstar, and I just wanted to be a wrestler for the longest, and I still did some type of training for that too, and I still might continue to do some training. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get the, you know, in best shape that I can possibly can, you know what I'm saying, get my body right. And I ain't gonna lie, if I was like 230, oh, that would be the number one thing I would do. But the fact that I'm not like 230, 250 pounds, you know what I'm saying, I kind of have to convert to other stuff too. But as a child, being a wrestler was like my number one thing I wanted to do since I was 8 years old. Another one. What is your dream vacation? Dream vacation. Well, I want to go to Hawaii or Cancun or something like that. Probably dream. I don't really have a dream vacation. Maybe to get out the country, go to London or something like that too. I ain't gonna lie, I don't have like a certain spot, but I want to be some spot where it's like a beachhead, you're on an island. It damn near gotta be Hawaii. I'll probably say Hawaii is my number one dream vacation. How would your friends describe you? I feel like they would be like, if you meet him for the first time, he might be all quiet and whatnot too, but once you actually get to know him, he's probably one of the funniest people you ever meet. And he's, you know, ambition, you know, outgoing and all that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would probably say like, that's probably how they describe me. Like, I always come up with a bunch of different ideas, a lot of ideas that's gonna get me rich, or just like, you know, like lit ideas to do. I'm like the creative person, you know, like my friend group. Like, if everybody, you know what I'm saying, I stand out for my creativity. Like, I'm always thinking of something funny or creative to say. So I'm pretty much, that's probably how they would describe me, I think. What makes you the most excited about life? Probably when you have a goal and you're just trying to get as close as you can to that goal. I'll probably say it. So like right now, you know what I'm saying, obviously big goal for me is 1 million subscribers. So each time I get closer to that, you know, gets me excited about life. And also money. Who don't love money? I'm trying to be rich. But mostly, you know what I'm saying, just like setting the goal and achieving the goal, you know. Let's see, let's see, if you could have a superpower, what would you choose? Honestly, it would be super speed, because one of my favorite superheroes is The Flash. My favorite TV show was The Flash too. The first 4 seasons were really good, and then when everybody started having powers, and then, you know, Barry Allen's girlfriend Iris gonna talk about some, we're The Flash. That's kind of when everything started going downhill. But super speed will definitely be like my power. That's probably my number one power. A lot of people be like, they want to fly, be invisible. And we ain't talking about like the whole package like Superman. Like, if you picking one power, you know what I'm saying, I'm taking super speed. That would be mine. If you could time travel, where would you go? If I could time travel, I probably would go in the future. I don't have no reason to go in the past unless I, you know, put a parlay in it and I lost and I'm going to the past and winning millions of dollars. That's the only reason. But I'll definitely go to the future. Probably just to check out how everything is, you know what I'm saying? Grab some type of famous device, come back to the past and sell it, you know? Gotta be smart. Let's see, what's another one? What is a bad habit that you're trying to break? Bad habit that I'm trying to break? It's probably sports betting. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be betting almost every single day. And obviously, I'll be winning. Obviously, I'll be losing. But as far as a bad habit, I know. You know what I'm saying? When I get like rich, I can't be doing all that. I'm gonna lose the majority of my money. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably say that's probably the worst bad habit. You know what I'm saying? Like watching sports is just so much funner when you betting on the team. So probably I would say that's probably my bad habit I'm trying to break. What advice would you give yourself, your 20-year-old self? Well, I'm 26 right now. My birthday was just June 1st, but probably advice that I'll give my 20-year-old self because I was in college at the time is I would say stop trying to focus on these girls and actually go to school. You know what I'm saying? Because I would go to school, but my mind wouldn't really be there. You know what I'm saying? It was a new environment and all that too. And I think at the time, I broke up with my ex, so I was chilling, I was going wild. But you know what I'm saying? But that's probably my advice that I would give myself because I ended up joining the military after 3 years of college. So I didn't finish my last year of college. I'm working on that right now. But if I wasn't focused, you know what I'm saying, trying to take these girls on a date, spending money, you know what I'm saying, getting played, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff, I probably could have graduated college and I wouldn't even be in the military. So that's probably, I'll tell my 20-year-old self, hey man, lock in. That's probably my best advice for myself. Let's see. What is some other ones? Let me see. Well, I guess this could be for the military. Why'd you join the military? I joined the military to better my life because I felt like I was at a point where it was kind of hard to get over that next step. And me joining the military helped me, get over that next step and figure out what exactly will be my plan when I get out the military. So I pretty much joined, to try to get a better life, I would say. Let's see. I'm just looking through all these. What is your favorite food? My favorite food is definitely probably some tacos. I always love tacos, but lately since I met my wife, she's Filipino. She put me on a lot of good, some Korean food. So Korean barbecue has, it's been up there for me. I used to have no other favorite food but tacos, but now Korean barbecue, it's I'm telling you, it's up there. If you haven't had Korean barbecue before, you're missing out. Favorite ice cream. It was cookies and cream for the longest. I grew up loving cookies and cream, but then now I kind of switched over. I like a lot of peanut butter stuff. So if you ever tried the Reese's ice cream, that's a really good one to try. That's probably my favorite one right now. Or just something with cookie dough or brownies or, anything with peanut butter. But cookies and cream was my favorite one for the longest, man. Let me see. What is the toughest part about, it's also a military one. What is the toughest part about being in the service? I'll probably say I haven't seen my family in about a year or something. So me just being all the way in Vegas and they all the way still in Indiana, but they finna come out here in a few because they finna see my son and everything too. I guess that can be the hardest thing. If you don't like being away from family, the military is probably not a good thing, to do. But for me personally, I'm the type of person to where I like to go get it, I would go to London if it's gonna put me in a better position, a year or two from now, I've never been that type to be I gotta stay in the same spot to be close to my family because I'm at the point where it's I got so many goals in mind that I'm trying to go far to achieve the goals. And if I'm in a nice spot, bring them to where I'm at, have enough money to, help myself and help them out. But probably the hardest thing about being in the military is probably that. Let's see. What advice? It's another military question too. It said, what advice would you have for people that think about the military, but they're unsure? I would say if you're thinking about it, then hey man, you probably should join. It's not for everybody, but it could definitely help you if you feel like you're in a tough situation and you just need that, boost to get out of it. If you feel like you're only working in typical 9-to-5 jobs, like warehouse jobs or fast food, and you're from a small city and you just want to have more for yourself, see the world and do all that, but you don't know how you're going to do that, the military is a great way to help you, get to that point where you're traveling all around the world and, possibly could, meet your future spouse and wherever you at, live a good life, get your dream car and just be chilling. So my advice is if you're thinking about it, watch more videos on any type of people that's making military content and then, just go for it. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh, what is the last dream that I remember? Hey man, I had a dream yesterday that I wasn't working this job I was doing right now. I wasn't doing those security forces. I was doing a whole different job in the military, and I was loving life. You know what I'm saying? So I had a dream that kind of weird, but I have like multiple dreams at once. So one of my dreams was I was having a different job. The other my dream was my wife was mad at me for some reason and didn't want me to like get near her or something like that. And the other dream I had was I was in California, trying to sell a Lamborghini to somebody. I don't remember, but that was probably the last dream I remember. Favorite TV show. My favorite TV show right now is Power. You know what I'm saying? Even though Power is over with, I still watch Raising Cain, you know what I'm saying? All the different books of Power. If you haven't seen Power yet, it's on Hulu. It's a really good show. Your thoughts on scary movies? I love scary movies. But, I used to watch a bunch of scary movies growing up with my mom. Right now, my girl, she don't like scary movies. And I be trying to watch scary movies now, but she don't want to watch them. So it's either I watch them by myself and just look like a weirdo in the dark just watching scary movies by myself. Or I try to put it on for her while she's sleeping, and then she wake up to some type of screaming, and then she's like, turn it off. She don't like scary movies at all, but I love scary movies personally. How do I feel about reality TV shows? I don't really watch reality TV shows. She be watching a lot of Love Islands and all them dating, shows like that. And I ain't gonna lie, they get a whole, free vacation that if you had me on that show, just give me some type of fake couple one night too, and it'll just be lit, like that's a whole free vacation in one night. But she loved those type of shows. I don't really be watching those shows like that. Let's see. If your life was a movie, what scene would you watch over and over again? Definitely my college days, man. Because I feel like college was amazing. If you haven't had the chance to go to college, you should probably go to college. But you know what I'm saying? But then I told myself in a different question, I need to lock in. So I didn't lock in, that's why I'm in the military. But you know what I'm saying? But if I had to redo, you know what I'm saying, or watching, you know what I'm saying, like my scene of a movie, it would definitely be in college. Let's see. I'm just trying to pick a good question real quick. Are you into any podcasters? There's not really a certain podcast I really watch. Sometimes I'll be watching like NBA podcasts and whatnot when they're just like going over a game. Shout out to Indiana Pacers because we going to the finals. And, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we win the championship. But I don't have a certain podcast that I watch, but I would love to eventually start a podcast. Me and my friend, you know what I'm saying, he all the way in Boston, we had an idea that we was going to do some type of podcast together, be in LA on the beach, just chilling, living life. But hey, it still could be in the works, but I would definitely be interested in making a podcast. I don't have like a go-to podcast I watch. Do you prefer to go camping or chill at a beach? I like to chill at a beach because one, when I go camping, there's mosquitoes. My number one most hated bug in the world is mosquitoes. Like I literally hate mosquitoes. The minute I get bit by one mosquito, I'm done. The whole trip is over. I'm the type to where I'll bring bug spray and just have to spray it all on me and stuff like that. Because for some reason, mosquitoes, they love me. You know what I'm saying? But I just hate them. So I will prefer to go to a beach over, going camping. Best trip I ever been on was probably when I went to LA and I proposed to my wife. Because one, it was always a dream to go to LA. You know what I'm saying? The closest I got to LA was playing GTA 5. But I went there, I had some good seafood, and I proposed to my wife on the beach. And I was nervous, but it was definitely one of the best trips I ever went to. Let's see. Are you more of a party person or do you like to chill at home? I like to personally chill at home because sometimes people get on my nerve. I'm not the type of person that'll go out and party all the time too. Like I'd rather have be chilling, you know what I'm saying? have like a beer, just like some good food, watch movies, watch, sports and whatnot, just play the game rather than be at a party. And I don't bash people to be at a party. I've been to some parties, obviously. But when you be at a party, especially like nowadays for people my age, what's going to happen is I go to a party with my girl, you know what I'm saying? Some girl going to look at me and she going to get mad, or some dude going to look at her and I'm going to get mad or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, we know how people be at a party. If you don't go to a party with just your group that's all deep, something's bound to happen. And if something's bound to happen and you get into a fight, there's a good chance where you might get jumped. Or, you know what I'm saying, people nowadays be getting shot at parties. So I avoid all that by just staying at home, relaxing. But anyway, that was a pretty long video. If you enjoyed this Q&A, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.